Morning, everybody. It's Randy with Carchaeology, and the Benz is our project today. Sebastian is on his way out. He will be here in just a little bit. We've got a variety of pieces here that we're going to install on the car. We've got some tune-up pieces here. There's spark plugs. We got rotor, condenser, fuel pump rebuild pieces. So we're going to see if we can get that mechanical fuel pump to work. There's two different versions here. We don't know exactly which one is on there, but those are going to happen. It looks like we've got a couple of rotors to choose from as well. So we'll be chasing through that, getting those things on the car and see if we can actually get that fuel pump to pull fuel from the fuel tank. We know that the car runs. We've had it up and running and driving, working off of a gravity feed system, so we know that it will go. But last time we were trying it, it was running a little rough, and I really just think it wasn't getting enough fuel. So that is our plan today. Follow along and let's see if we can get this beauty back on the road. So I have all the parts laid out here on the workbench. These are items that I sourced from a place called Arts Star Classics. He is located in Georgia, and he's a great provider for vintage stuff for Mercedes. They've dealt a lot with the high-end Mercedes stuff, 540K, 500K, that sort of thing. They do tool kits for those cars, as well as a lot of replacement parts. And Art was really excited when I sent him photos of the car and told him what I was up against. And so he sent me a whole variety of stuff to try on the car. So some of it we may not use, some of it might not even be correct, but we will find out today. And then whatever I don't use, I can send back to him for credit. So there's two different fuel pump kits that he provided. There's this one here. Notice the list price here, $230. This one, $246. We've got three different potential rotors. We've got a brand new one here in the box. And here's a couple of other ones here. Again, I think a couple of these, like this one, looks like it may even be a used rotor that's just been cleaned up. Which is fine, but we know the one that's in there is working as well. So whether we'll need that or not, I don't know. New spark plugs, always a decent idea. New points, new condenser. The one thing we're still waiting for is that distributor cap, because the one that is on the car is cracked. I'll walk you over to this and show it to you. You can see that crack right here in the side, and it's starting to kind of curve over here. So the more we manipulate this and play with it, the better the chance of it cracking and coming apart on us. It's a really rare piece. It's long discontinued, but Art tells me that he will be able to find one of these. In fact, he found one through one of his suppliers in Germany, or at least he said. We're talking about $300 for a distributor cap. So I'm open to all options. But anyway, we've got these parts here ready to go, and Sebastian is pulling up in the driveway now. We will get some wrenches and screwdrivers turning and see if we can get the Mercedes started. All right, it is all pulled apart, all the pieces and bits. Did you figure out what stuff in the kits match up? Not yet. But, yeah, I mean, this seemed to have some flexibility to it, but I don't think
maybe
it's just...
Maybe as well done, you know?
Well, that could be. But, I mean, certainly a new one of those is going to feel better. But match that up before we open it up. Just make sure we have the right thing. Cool. Fuel pump all together, but it's a little dirty. So I grabbed this from Sebastian, gave it a little scrub and buff, and get it back in there. It's certainly going to be easier to clean outside of the car than inside of the car. So a little detailing, and then we'll bolt it back in. And with the fuel pump reinstalled, it is time to hook up the battery, pet a few dogs, and then see if the car will start. So we're still kind of running it a little funky here. We've got a push button underneath the dash, but it's doing the job. Sure, it's not in gear. Okay, I'm watching. Nothing. Can you push the button while I'm sick? Still doesn't seem like hitting on everything. Right. Well, but it doesn't sound like it's hitting on all cylinders still. So maybe if we played with the ignition. Oh, I just heard one of them hit.
On like 3 or 4 cylinders, it's running pretty
good. Yeah, sounds pretty good on 4 out of 6, but should sound even better if they're all working.
Fuel pump fixed.
Fuel pump fixed, that's good, definitely. So fuel supply is working, that is fantastic. The rebuilt fuel pump is good. Now we're going to dive into the ignition. You can see these spark plugs, some are wet, some are running. Definitely have some ignition problems there. So we're going to see what we can figure out in regards to that. So some new plugs, go through the distributor, clean everything up, just get all the grunge and junk out of there and then roll from there. And then around this time, our buddy Billy pulled up in his badass pickup. Check this thing out. Oh yeah.
That's a fucking Lamborghini.
Right.
Holy shit. It's normally for my electric chair.
Right.
But obviously, ooh, can one of y'all grab that?
Yeah, definitely.
Obviously, I can't ride my chair. You know, if we put a little piece of plywood down, I might just whoop, right
if I could find one, yeah.
It's catching on that wheelie bar there, Seb. Yeah. Great.
Yeah, there you go. Well, that's crazy the way that thing opens up.
Pull the lever up. See the lever on the tire? Yeah. Huh. You got to get a new vehicle with it. I have a dually, 03 dually that I wish I could do that to it, but they won't do it to the older vehicles.
Oh, you just have one that you can pay that.
Yeah, well, that's how it is with the the VA only.
Should have done that on the Nova.
I wish.
All right, fresh plugs going into the Flathead 6. Certainly will help with proper sparking when it comes to that. Then working our way through the wires to make sure that they're clean and ready to go and put in the right spot. But it looks like we had one kind of fall away here. Where'd it go? Oh, there's one over here. Which one's this? Oh, are you all screwed up now? You know which one's going where?
No, it's okay. You should do it. Why it is out? I don't know, but...
Doesn't matter. You can just hook them up to any of them. Yeah. got a couple mixed up there, I think. Try that again. Come on now. Maybe.
Yeah?
Maybe.
What?
No, go ahead.
Stay right at the body.
Shit.
There's something else.
What happened? Something was working, but now stopped working. I don't think it's come out. Do you think? Yeah, I do.
I'm not opening it right now.
Yeah, I think it's just nut burnt off stuff.
Yes.
Steel's got a little flash point.
Do you have the pressure inside?
Yeah, it's definitely.
So, you know, the last time, if you had only 3 cylinders, so look at the temp.
It.
Look at the temperature on the gauge. It's kind of.
Is it? Let's see, Wasser. I can't really read it. Where is it? Oh yeah, it's way pegged. Yeah, it's hot, hot, hot. Oh, let it cool, dude.
Yeah, thanks, cool.
I don't want that thing to boil and you to.
No, it's okay. There is no pressure now. It's just.
Yeah, it's
okay.
just steam release.
I don't want to see that
No,
hood ornament blow off of there and $1,000 go away.
That's a good way to lose it real quick.
That was not a cheap boopy. But are they all coming?
Is this bumper stable to put my knee on here?
Maybe, yeah. It should be all right. You'll find out.
It is. As long as I get this left Achilles kind of parallel, I'm good to go for the most part. There we go.
I need more hands in there for all 3 bolts. Here, let me grab a wrench.
All right. Another one coming in hot. Okay, we're clear. There you go. Where's your fly head?
Give me the rag.
No thermostat.
No thermostat. Okay. So we know it wasn't the thermostat getting stuck.
Right.
And it actually doesn't look too bad in there.
No, it's clean actually.
Even in the housing.
Yeah.
Ici, vous basculez avec les vagues, le radiateur.
Oh yeah. Okay. That makes sense. So we could add some water in there because if it's still full to that point, then we could start it and pour some water in it and it would go all right.
Yeah, I'll get this. Get a paint scraper.
Perfect. All right, so we got that cleaned out, put back together, got it filled up. We're going to run it, see what it does.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we started earlier like.
Start like that and then maybe choke it a little.
Okay.
Okay.
Took a while to get the gas, I guess.
Yeah, we're starting to just a little. You can tell it's starting to try to do something. You can see that little. Yeah, it's coming up a little bit. You can see it moving. Yeah, it's coming. You can see it moving now.
Yeah.
Little ball bearing. Now the pump is working.
here, you can see a little bit of water coming out. No, I don't think so. Now it's coming out of there.
Oh, look on that side.
Yeah. Is it not coming out that overflow?
Yeah.
Is it? Okay. Right. Yeah, it's pegged. Yeah.
It's higher in the back end. Yeah, and it's still flowing from here too. You can see that. It's like a coconut, you know, like
Yeah.
a pressure washer, yeah.
Oh, out of the.
And under this bracket, right, this little brace, it looks like there's a pinhole on that side.
So maybe there's a leak in the radiator.
Wait, no, wait. Even if there is a leak, so far we are watering it. There is no overheating problem.
So it's definitely getting hot.
So we can try to restart and move the...
Definitely spitting out a lot of juice. That's not good. 9. Hot. Tea's on. Yeah, it's looking quite clear, isn't it?
And it's coming, you see, now it's moving through. It's hot as fuck, but it's moving through.
Right.
Well, that's clearly moving.
Well, again, I don't want to run cold water through that block and blow anything up.
Unless the water pump is not doing good.
Time to remove the Wasser pumpen. We'll see what's going on in there. Get that thing off of there and make sure there's actually something spinning, moving water around.
Moving.
It's moving?
It's moving.
So there's not a whole lot to it.
It's attached, so that's...
It's not loose, it's
spinning with it. There is no bad marks. But you see the level here of the water inside?
Yeah.
You see?
But when this is firmly attached, so it's moving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
Breathe it out. Oh shit, the camera's on.
Hold the tool. Look like you're doing something. Couldn't have done it without you, Billy.
What can I say, man? I'm here for you guys, man.
So we're going to yank the radiator out of here, bring it to a shop, have it boiled out, make sure that all the channels are working properly. Because we're kind of, everything else looks right. You know, the water pump looked okay in there. Everything looks pretty decent inside of there. You know, it's process of elimination to make sure we can get everything to work properly. There we go. You got it.
Got it?
Nice.
Massive.
It is massive. Check out the front of that thing. It'd be a lot easier to take that water pump off now with that off of there.
See how it's at the bottom?
Yeah.
It's mounted on springs.
It's mounted on springs here on those two pieces?
There's 2 springs on the
Wild.
back, you know?
Cool.
Attached to those 2 here.
Yeah, so down here too.
At the bottom too?
There and there at the base.
Oh, I see. I wonder how they...
Did you want to pull this off now or no?
Yeah, let's go ahead and pull that off of there. I can spend some time cleaning it, Well, it's off at the radiator place.
Some junk in the radiator, huh? I can see some junk.
Yeah?
I saw a big, whatever it was, I tried to grab it, but it went away.
Yeah. Now, there's got to be some junk in there, and I just, looking at the backside of the radiator and how crusty it is, there's got to be something.
Even the front, actually.
Yeah, yeah. Do it right first time, and it'll be good. Well, I didn't quite reach the goal of firing up the Mercedes and driving it off into the sunset and getting those beauty shots that I was hoping for today, but we made some major progress on the Mercedes, and I'm very, very satisfied with the overall result. And massive, massive thanks to Sebastian and Billy for their help today. It was awesome to have other guys here working on stuff. It certainly makes the progress go faster, and it's far more enjoyable when you've got somebody to joke with and to hold things and so on and so forth. So we had a great time hanging out and wrenching today, getting a little dirty, making each other laugh, and trying to figure out the troubles that we found ahead of us. Now, the big joys of today in my mind were that now the car is running better than it ever has before. That engine is hitting on all cylinders thanks to the ignition parts that we installed. It runs super smooth. I'm thrilled about that because I know once we get it out on the road, it's going to drive so much better than it did on that very first drive. And now the issues that we're chasing are cooling system issues. Now, it's a fairly simple system. There's not a whole lot to it. We should be able to figure that out. We've got the radiator out of the car. I'm going to bring that down to my guy to go through, make sure that it is flowing properly, is clean, and working at its best level. And the moment that that comes back, we'll bring that back, install that, put the water pump back in there, get everything buttoned up, fire it up, and then finish with the final tuning. But, and at that point, hopefully we'll be able to do that sunset shot that I was planning on for today. In any case, I hope you enjoyed following along with the adventure and misadventure of today. If you saw anything that we missed, which undoubtedly we did, or if you know of issues with these cars that we're unaware of, I am absolutely open for input. We're all kind of fumbling through this thing. We don't have a manual. We don't have any experience in dealing with this particular year and model. We're just using basic mechanics and a little bit of common sense to try to figure it out. And that's what you got to do, I guess. But in any case, if you do have any info that you think would be helpful, please post it in the comments. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed so that you can keep up with future videos on the Mercedes. And thank you very much for watching today. I hope you enjoyed the progress that we made. I sure did. Now, I'm going to get out of the heat. I'm going to go in the house, get a cold drink, take a shower, and put my feet up for the night and edit this video probably. In any case, thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.